This might be our glaziest episode yet.
I think tea is just dirty water.
You're crazy.
So,
Okay, no, Ike, we're finding out a lot of things about you. What are we talking about, man? What have we been talking about for the past 5 minutes?
please stop. No. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Deskwarmers Podcast. This is Ike.
And I'm Matthew. How's it going?
Matthew, I am coming off the biggest, just peak content, literally, of my life.
Really? What are you talking about?
You talked about your breathtaking, your perilous journey up Mount Fuji, and I was inspired.
Yes,
I was so inspired.
I'm so glad to have inspired you. I hope you go climb as many mountains as you can see. Once you get to the top,
will
looking
climb
down.
Mount Fuji at some point in my life.
I hope you do.
I really want to. So
if you ever do climb Mount Fuji, I hope you bring enough water and bring enough money. And
whoa. They just got to watch the episode.
Oh, you have to watch.
They have to watch the episode to get all that knowledge.
Sure.
We can't sum it up in such a short time here.
Well, yeah, that would be, who am I to talk about it in any less than 50 minutes and 50 seconds? No, but I'm really glad to have posted that video because that was something that I wanted to talk about for a long time. If you're totally out of the blue on what we're talking about, last week I posted a video about my climb up Mount Fuji, and like I said, wanted to talk about it for a long time. I kind of kept quiet on it on the podcast because I knew it was something that I wanted to turn either into I'd already made a PowerPoint. I was going to present it to you and Sam, or to you and a guest or something like that. I wanted to make this story kind of special, and one of the two ways to do it, I was like, okay, I could do the PowerPoint or I could do the video. And I was running through the PowerPoint in my head, imagining presenting it to people, and I'm like, one of my jobs recently was literally just PowerPoint presenter in the JET program, but I've kind of lost the sauce.
Oh, you don't have it anymore.
I feel like I don't have it for presentations. Well, that's presenting versus actually writing a script and then, doing the video. So the first draft of the video was me just talking to the camera, using the PowerPoint as a guide. And I noticed I was saying a lot of ums and uhs and things like that. And the reason why I didn't have that video out 2 months prior when I wanted it to was because I had to completely re-record everything with the script, and it sounded so much better. And I'm glad you enjoyed it, Ike. Some people in the comments have said some really nice things, which I really appreciate. I wish you were
definitely
in there,
check
Ike.
it out, though. I wish I'd been with you on that journey.
Yeah, because that's something that we were kind of planning on doing.
I know, and for me, I just kind of ran out of time. I wanted to do it at the end, but given you have to leave in August, I guess I kind of just I was thinking about even doing it alone as well. But then I kind of was dissuaded, mainly by Sam as well. But just
your fiance,
my fiance. It would have been challenging though. So
but
I'm glad you did it, and you were alive to tell the tale.
Yes.
So.
You got a video out of it, I guess. Or I guess I got a video out of it. There's 20 minutes of cut content.
You need the behind the scenes.
You need the Matthew cut, the secret Deskwarmers cut. No, there was a whole section where I explained why I needed to go back to Kumamoto and explaining my travel troubles getting back home. Yeah. There was a whole section, dude. I learned how to animate in Blender, and I 3D modeled Mount Fuji, and I had all these cool trail animations, but I just ran out of time, so I didn't include any of it.
Wow.
No, I and it was all in the style of a Nintendo 64 game.
That's
and
so
I animated
cool.
the opening.
And you didn't even...
I didn't use it at all. I spent a week trying to figure out how to do this, and it's cut for time.
That's crazy. Well, anyway, listeners, go check it out. If you're on Spotify, you have to come to YouTube. It's just the back roll, the B-roll is just way too good. You have to be there to see it. So, but we're here to talk about something else today, Matthew.
Oh, yes, we are. Would you mind refreshing me on what it was that we agreed to talk about?
The purpose of today is we really wanted to share what Japan does right. So we're here to talk about some of our favorite things, but also just what we've noticed, in comparison of cultures between the other countries we visited. But we feel like Japan does a few things really well. So I think
this might be our glaziest episode yet. This is Japan first party. Well, maybe not Japan first party. Japan number one.
Number one, yeah.
Maybe.
For sure.
Well,
maybe.
Japan is cool episode. I want to start by something that I have kind of encountered recently about what Japan does really well. Yeah. Japanese denim. Japanese denim.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Japanese denim is the number one in the terms of craftsmanship, Ike. Japanese denim sails over anything we have in the United States, save for a few.
Does this
outlets.
include heat tech? Is that even denim?
That's not denim.
That's not denim.
It's not denim at all.
Okay. Do I even have jeans from Japan? I think I only bought heat tech, which is awesome, by the way. Maybe that's something Japan does
heat
right.
Heat tech is really cool. we can talk
heat
about
tech.
This. But Japanese denim, I don't know what it is. I think it's because, they take really good care of their really ancient weaving equipment and denim manufacturing equipment from the early 1900s. So they still are able to create and manufacture denim jeans in a way that's unlike what other countries can do. Now, the United States also has a few of these machines still left and has a good kind of culture around jeans. I feel like we got a really big jean culture in the United States. Yeah. Always have. I mean, Levi Strauss at the very beginning. But then I think Italy's number 3 for really good quality denim jean production. But Japan, in terms of style and quality, I mean, there's a reason why, the Osaka 5 are the best jean makers in the country, maybe even the world.
I mean, for one, Matthew, I've never heard this before, so this is very interesting for me to learn. But two, how many pairs of Japanese jeans or Japanese denim products do you own?
I have 4 pairs of Japanese pants, and 2 of them are made of denim.
Okay. And you would agree with what the people are saying?
Yes, I've seen it firsthand. Let me tell you who got me onto this denim bug. Is my friend Jamie. When we were in, he was visiting. He's one of my longtime friends. He lives in Texas now, and when we were traveling in Osaka, right before I climbed Mount Fuji, actually, he was like, "We need to go to get some denim. I need to go to a jeans store," and we go to, we're in Osaka. We walk down this street. We go to this really fashionable area, and we walk into this outlet. The name of the company is Studio de Artisan. Studio Ooh. D. Or sometimes they're just called SDA.
Okay.
But it's jeans. The only thing in there is jeans. Jean jackets. Yeah.
What's the price point look like?
It's they're more expensive than normal pants, but getting things in Japan on US dollar is a little cheaper than
You're already winning.
You're already winning. So I got a nice dark pair of jeans that are admittedly a little baggy, a little baggier than what I was trying to go for. So I can really only wear them in certain contexts, which just adds to kind of the insult to injury on the price point. But I spent maybe $180 on this pair of jeans.
Okay, that's pretty up there.
And in the United States, those same jeans go for $300.
Wow. There are a lot of things, if you were really trying to scalp or something, that you could definitely go to Japan, buy the product, resell it. I know a lot of people even do that. That's a huge market.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You can
more recently, I've been introduced to I live in Kansas City, and there's this really cool men's fashion store called Gavel. I gotta shout them out. Yeah. I've been there 3 times since the last episode, and really nice guys. But they are some men's fashion heads, and the best quality stuff they get in from like Japan. So they have guys who go back and forth. I mean, it's not like a thing like, here's our guy, he's going to sneak back and forth to the country of Japan and bring back a bunch of denim in his suitcase, because that is technically, I think, illegal if you're doing that for business practice. You got to pay import taxes and stuff. Okay. But there are some guys that they know who sell secondhand things purchased in Japan, like to these huge like high-end fashion stores.
Yeah.
That they mark up and like they make a profit off of it. It is extremely profitable for them.
That's crazy. You know, Matthew, slight tangent, but I've been meaning to tell you, I found the local version of Hard Off.
What?
My local version of Hard Off.
Goodwill?
No. It's like an hour away from me, but
sure.
It's this place called McKay's, and they have a bunch of used goods. They have musical instruments, hardware, CDs, like every board game you can imagine. Like they have all these different, like some pretty cool stuff in there. They have a bunch of books too. They even had manga. They had a whole manga aisle. Like it's all English though. English manga. Yeah. And I was walking through there, and like some of the stuff, like the prices probably weren't quite as good as Hard Off. Like I looked it up, and like you could usually get it on like Amazon for like the same price. But
I mean, that's what they're
games and stuff.
But like they have to price their things against Amazon, because Amazon's always going to be the lowest,
which is crazy. But it was really cool. I actually took some pictures I need to send you, because it was like literally I walked in and I was like, this is Hard Off, because they had the guitars on the walls. They had like the like records. They had a bunch of cool stuff. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, please do. And then when I visit you, we got to go.
Yeah,
we got to go an hour out of our way.
Hell yeah.
To go. I would love that. That's another thing that Japanese get right. Like what I'm saying. I talked about this with like the looms, like the denim weaving things, the selvage denim. They take such good care of their stuff. Like, old sewing machines, but like also old kitchen equipment, appliances. Yeah. You name it, really.
Yeah. I know, like even just like hardware, like PC hardware, or just like there's like instruments. Just there was a lot of stuff that was kept very well.
I think I told this on the podcast before, but I got a Nintendo DS from Hard Off. It was like $90 USD. I'm like, okay, I'll get this. I get a few games, and it looked new in box. Like the wrapping was still on there. I think that was probably secondhand wrapping. But you open up the DS, there is not a scratch on it. It has its screen protector on there. A DS from like 2000. It was a DS Lite. A DS Lite from like 2007, 2008. Yeah. It was insane. I thought it was brand new, but it could not have been. It's crazy. I'm just so surprised every time. Japan, you get a point.
They're doing some good stuff,
They are.
I mean, I feel like on this podcast, we have like a 50-50 split of like things that we trash and then things that we're like, wow, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. But
about Japan and Japanese things?
Yeah, just about Japan in general. But at the end of the day, I mean, we lived there. We went there for a reason. We like it. So
yeah.
But I can go next into one that I think is very cool.
Shoot it out of your mouth.
I mean, this one might be a little bit cliche, but Japan does fireworks better than any other country.
I don't think that's cliche.
I think it's insane. Because, like, if I'm here for the 4th of July or New Year's or whatever in America, there's, like, a few fireworks shooting in the air, like, maybe, like, 10, 15 minutes. Like, they might have one little finale, all the fireworks go off. Japan's firework festivals last, like, 3 hours of just straight, like, in every single, like, 10-minute period has a finale. Like, it's actually ridiculous how different the culture is there. Like, I feel like there's just way more people that go to these events, and there's like a much bigger appreciation. Like, it's a competition is what we were watching, where literally there's teams that come, they bring their own fireworks that they've crafted.
Well, that was for one of the things we would go to all the time. There was a Hanabi Taikai, a fireworks competition. Not super far away from where we lived.
So that might not be the norm, but
I don't think that's the norm.
Yeah.
They had a lot of fireworks competitions.
I was supposed to say, the norm is, though, how long they last, I feel like. in comparison?
There's a lot more like in general from like normal fireworks, shows that I've seen, like either walking past them in Tokyo or like in Kumamoto City on a random day, usually in the summer. They do set a lot of their fireworks shows to music, which I think is really interesting.
That's true too.
In America, we're looking up at the fireworks and it's just like,
you just hear the ooh ah every single time.
Wow.
Matthew, are you a ooh or are you a ah when you see a firework? Which one are you?
Ooh, I think I'm like an O.
You're like an O?
Yeah.
Oh.
In between an ooh and an O.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I feel like I throw in a lot of wows.
You do that really well.
Oh.
You do that often. Just in random,
just
like
regularly.
if the food, you take a bite of, like a good bite of food, you're like, oh. Or if the sake is good, it's like, oh.
Yeah. But I wish, I've said this before, but my biggest, I think, regret of leaving Japan is that I only got to see things once. Because a lot of I was there for a year and 9-ish months, I think it was. And that meant that there was a bit of overlap where I had either just got there or missed the timing where I actually couldn't see things, happen a second time. And so I feel like that was the saddest thing for me, is like, I remembered how cool everything was the first year. Yeah. And then the next year I didn't get another chance to see it. So
sure. Yeah,
that was one of the saddest things for me, I feel like.
Don't be Kanashi.
Yeah.
That country's waiting there for you. You're going back. You have plans to go back.
I am going back. We'll see a lot of different things, but it'll be cool.
Yeah.
So
here's another thing.
What's next?
Here's another thing that Japan gets really right. It's coffee.
Coffee. What do you mean by that?
They have a very interesting artisan coffee culture. Here's what I mean by artisan coffee. Like, people making their own coffee shops, getting really, really good at making coffee, and having this whole like aura around them. And the coffee is generally fantastic wherever I went.
So I agree with part of what you said. For me, I think the individual locally owned coffee shops are much cooler than in the US. I feel like in the US there are a decent amount of local coffee shops as well, but they do kind of just, blend in, or they don't have as much cool aura around them, So I agree with that part, but I have some beef with Japanese coffee culture because, for one, Japanese people do not drink coffee in the morning. So the stores don't even open typically until like 11 a.m. Like, you can't get it. Like, if I'm trying to, even on the weekend or something, I'm trying to leave my house to get a brew.
Dude, you can't drink coffee in the morning. You got to drink tea. You got to get your green tea that's in like a jug like this, and it's got all the, the matcha powder in there.
So that's my first beef, is the timing of this, because then also like on the weekend, it's like it closes at like 2 p.m. or something too, half the time. So you can only go there for like a 3-hour window they're open for. It's like, I don't know who's going to that shop.
You know what they're doing is they're generating interest. Like, oh, why can't I go to this coffee shop after 2 p.m.?
They're using Chick-fil-A's
I want them more
market
now.
Strategy, business strategy.
I'm hounding for some coffee and I need it. And they won't let me buy coffee, so I want it more. It creates desire and interest. So you come back.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
No, they're definitely not.
My other point of beef, though, is how small the portions are. Because I know people say a lot, America's portions are huge, whatever. But for coffee especially, they're like very small cups. Like, you're basically drinking like a shot of espresso. And it's like, I want more than that. If it is a beverage, brewed from these person's culmination of skill in life and all of his love or her love for coffee, I'm going to want more than one sip. Am I not?
Sometimes there's not enough love to give around. That's all I'm saying. You can't just give it out willy-nilly. You got to let people savor it. I don't know what it is. I mean, they're obviously not producing the beans there. I think we can all agree on that. They're getting them from Colombia. But Guatemala, Peru? No, I'm trying to figure out or trying to remember where the geisha beans come from. There's a strand of bean, Ike, that is from, I think, Colombia. Please, in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. And there's something about this type of bean that can only be grown on like the south side of some of these mountains under trees that are filled with these tropical birds. And something about the bird poop makes the soil really good.
I've heard that.
And the beans grow and they get roasted in this specific way, like not too long. And then, or maybe the beans are shipped wholesale. I don't know. But by the time they get to Japan, or anywhere else. I mean, it's just a specific strain of bean that I'm talking about. You can get them pretty much everywhere, but they're really expensive. It's like really expensive beans. And I've had geisha coffee, which is, it's not like coffee from a geisha. It's like, I think geisha is like Spanish in some way. I don't know the word. It's really good coffee. And they like, you go into a lot of coffee shops and it's really aesthetically pleasing inside, and they know how to do the aroma really right, and they know how to serve the coffee really well. Like
they do treat it with much more care, when they're brewing it.
It's more like they're making a craft cocktail than they're making just a standard coffee.
And if Matthew, I will admit though that I only just started my coffee journey like towards the end of when I was leaving Japan. So I was very like, I didn't drink coffee, energy drinks, like nothing. Like I was just awake and I was like, good, and my 9 to 5 job kind of killed that. And now I need coffee. But basically I did start going to a lot of those, artistic brews, get some of those towards the end of my time in Japan.
The one by our apartment that Paige went to all the time. You walk in there, you know what I'm talking about? You walk Which in, one? I forget the name of it, but you walk. The
one with the dog?
No, not the one with the dog, but that one's great.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
The coffee shop near our apartment where you walk in and it's like almost completely dark inside. There's no windows, and there's a guy in like a beret and like a denim apron, wearing like a collared shirt. He's got his sleeves rolled up. Yeah. And there's like a single like old-timey light bulb hanging over everything, and it's really dark. And he's got his vinyl albums on the side, like on this wooden desk under a green plant. And there's all these old magazines inside, and like you walk up and you could barely see the menu because it's so dark in there, and you're just like,
And I would order a milk chocolate there, so I would basically just get a chocolate milk when I went. They would literally just give me this small sippy cup, and it would be like half chocolate on the sides and then some milk, and then I would just drink that in like one sip, and then I was sad because I wanted more.
The other funny part of that place is like you have the dark room, and then around the corner is like the room with the really big window. Yeah, and it's really light inside.
They would do like some events there though too.
Yeah. Cool. We went to a cocktail night there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really fun. We had to walk back.
It happens. I will say though, back to your comment about the tea in the morning. I still think I know this is what Japan does right, and I did Japan invent matcha? Did they? I don't know. Maybe kinda. Wherever matcha comes from, Korea does matcha better than Japan.
I get behind that.
Is my take.
I haven't had Korean matcha, but I can trust you on it.
So this was, like I said, before I started drinking coffee. So I would either get my chocolate milk or my matcha, and the matcha in Korea was very solid. Like in Japan, it can be good for sure. Like I'm talking like a matcha latte, so not just like a hot, matcha tea. I'm talking a little sweet beverage because gotta get that.
But I don't know if you can judge something that you've poured a bunch of milk into.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if I'm drinking matcha in Japan, I'm not gonna be pouring a bunch of milk into it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I'll give you that one. Like I mean, I hated matcha tea, like the really bitter tea ceremony tea. I couldn't drink that at all. So
okay, no, Ike, we're finding out a lot of things about you. I don't think you can. I don't think you can speak to this, but we're finding out a lot of things.
The funniest moment actually in my study when I studied abroad is we did a full official like tea ceremony. And we, went through the window, we crawled in, we like sat on our knees on the tatami mat. We'd been taught all these phrases. We had to memorize like 10 different phrases as like proper etiquette and stuff. And I just remember as soon as we all got the tea and took a sip, I could not stop laughing.
Why?
And like, this is like a really small room with like the tea lady in there.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's so bitter. It's so disgustingly bitter. And like me and some of my friends were looking at each other and like I was trying to hold it in the best I could. And then they have to say like, do you want more? And I was just like, Kekko. I'm like, please stop.
Dummy.
Like, no, like I will not drink it.
You didn't say that.
No, the Kekko des, you're like supposed to say that. You're like, no, I'm good. I will pass. But I was dying. Like
that's really funny.
From that moment on, I feel like matcha as a bitter tea was doomed to me. But matcha latte is good.
Okay, so I've been making matcha at my house. I brought some home from Japan, but I just found a big bag from Costco. Ooh. And I ordered a matcha whisk online. I was gifted to bring home like a big chawan like matcha bowl.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you do like the whisking, and you're like straight whisking for like 5 minutes. I'm like,
yeah.
Is this necessary? Do I really need to keep doing it? And I read the instructions like, keep whisking, even if you think it's not whisked, or if you think it's whisked enough, you probably need to go longer. And then it doesn't get the foam that it's supposed to get, so I've been doing it wrong.
So you haven't even been whisking it enough?
Well, okay, when you do it right, it's supposed to taste kind of like you're biting into a loaf of bread. It's super weird, because I've had matcha that is like really, really good. It's not supposed to be too bitter. You're supposed to have a little bit of that bitter taste. But it can even be sweet. You can even taste like chocolate. Matcha is delicious. I don't know about Korean matcha. I do know that I take Chinese tea over Japanese tea anytime, any day. That might be more of a bias. Yeah. But when I was studying abroad in China, my host father was a tea connoisseur of sorts. So much so that he was very well connected to the producers back in Yunnan province. And he even tried to hook me up with one of the daughters of the farmers that was out there. And I almost went to see her. Wow. There's a lore drop. I was in China and I happened to be in Yunnan province, and I texted her. I'm like, hey, I'm in Yunnan. She's like, come to Pu'er town, which if you've ever had Pu'er tea, it's really good. It's sometimes called yellow tea. It's like a fermented tea leaf, and then you chip it off this block. But I was near Pu'er town. I was driving through. But this was right at the start of COVID, so I'm like, I gotta go home. I can't stop. Anyway, Chinese tea is by far better than Japanese tea. Although I think green Japanese tea is better than green Chinese tea. But they just win on oolong.
Matthew, I'll drop some bombs here. This is a very, probably the most unpopular opinion I might have said in all of our podcast episodes.
What?
I think tea is just dirty water.
You're crazy. You're insane for that.
That's my take.
What do you mean by dirty water?
It's just worse water. It's just tainted water. I'm drinking tea and I just want water. It's not
refreshing.
It doesn't taste hydrating. After I take a sip of tea, I want to drink water.
I think it's not supposed to be hydrating.
The taste, even though it's not there for me.
It's delicious.
I can't do it.
You don't like mugi cha?
No.
You don't like mugi cha.
No.
You don't like barley tea. You don't want to get mooged up on a Wednesday.
Like, if I go to like a washoku, like Japanese restaurant, and they only serve tea, I ask for water. And I try to drink the tea, and
That's great. Just enjoy it. I don't know. Like, of course, I respect your opinion. I respect your opinion. I'm not going to say you're wrong for having your opinion, but I will say that is a very weird opinion.
I've just always thought this way. I don't know. Like I mean, I want to like it. I want to like it.
Like, of course, it's fine that you don't like tea, but I'm just trying to get inside your head right now because I cannot.
It's a taste like. I also don't really prefer hot beverages usually.
Okay.
Like, so that's one thing. That's one segment, right? Is like usually I need some iced beverage. Second segment is just like the taste I'm not used to. So it's kind of off-putting. And then I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Like I've just never really liked it.
So I'm going to say this and I mean, the most respect to you. But I think you just got to keep drinking.
Yeah.
You got to keep drinking until you find something you like. Because that
I will say, yeah. The only tea that I'm cool with is like English style. Like you put the milk and the sugar.
Come on with the milk
and sugar.
With the milk? Are you kidding me? More milk. You just like the milk. In fact, I know you like milk so much because I remember going over to your apartment. You're like, we're having chimichangas or something. You're like, oh, I'm going to have a glass of milk with the chimichanga. And I'm like,
it's spicy. I liked it. I would whenever we'd go. I mean, okay. Really, the only two times I really want milk is breakfast and dessert. I feel like those are the only two times I really want a glass of milk. But
okay,
whenever we would go to a friend's house and we would get like a dessert after dinner, I would always. Sure. Sometimes I wouldn't even ask. Sometimes I just go in their fridge and steal some milk.
Like Bethany's house.
Yeah. I stole some milk for sure. I would be like opening the fridge, like, what are you doing? I'm like,
you know what's really funny? This randomly came to me. I don't know why, but remember when? Oh, were you there when Quinn like had some car issues?
I don't know.
Maybe that was after our neighbor,
right
friend of the podcast, Ike's coworker, Quinn. He had some licensure issues and was unable to drive for like 6 months. Yeah. So every time he would go to Kumamoto City to do, he traveled often. So like just to go to the airport or go in for the city for an afternoon, I'd always have to pick him up, or I would
drive all the way in the city?
No, I would pick him up from the train station.
Oh, just from, okay, yeah.
Okay. But I would offer to pick him up from the train station. But like every time it was like 11 o'clock and he'd be like on the last train back or something like that. He's like, oh, bro, I need to stop at Family Mart. I'm like, okay. And he'd get the same thing every time. He would get waffles, milk, like waffle mix, milk, and like a pastry or something, and then I'd grab my classic Pocari Sweat and a Fami Chicky, but always with the waffle mix. I thought it was so funny. I'm like, why don't you go to Costco, buy a big, like, in bulk waffle mix, because you're always running out of waffle mix. He's like, no,
I thought you were going to say he also got his Netflix subscription card, because I saw him get that also like 3 times. He would go in the Konbini and just buy a 1-month subscription of Netflix.
No, that is not real.
Like 1 month
that is not real.
He would buy like a 1-month subscription.
A 1 month at a time?
He would like, I think it was only when he had a show he wanted to watch or something, but then he'd go home and like load it onto his account.
Yeah, that's frugal. Yeah, that man had a lot of really expensive art and drawing books, which,
I mean, yeah, he had to keep buying more shelves for his books, just like I had to keep buying more shelves for my anime figures.
And both of them got weighed, both yours and his shelf got weighed down by the weight of each individual thing.
Yeah. It was a lot. But yeah, anyway, the tea, we'll table that for another day. I will keep trying.
Please keep trying. I'll send you some suggestions. If you come to visit, you can have some of my Chinese tea that I've been fermenting for a while. What else did Japan get right?
I mean, we just mentioned Konbini. I think we talk about this so much on the podcast. We don't need to dive too much more into it, but Japanese Konbinis are just so literally amazing.
You can pay your taxes there. You can ship an item from there.
Yeah. I mean, they have everything, right? It's crazy.
It was my third place.
Third place?
Work.
Oh.
Home.
And then
Komini.
Family
it's the third place. Family Mart. When you're here, you're family.
Yeah.
And I believe that. I did
Very
so many
convenient,
things.
though.
So many things from that Family Mart printer.
Oh, yeah.
I would print out postcards for Nengajo, which are like New Year's welcome, Happy New Year card. Kind of like a Christmas card. They're called Nengajo. And I printed a bunch of my photography onto postcards using the Family Mart printer. What else did I do?
Yeah.
I would design stickers for my friends for their birthdays, or
those were cool.
Stuff like that. I printed a bunch of stickers there. I print normal paper there. You can use it.
Did you have to have the Japanese app? Like, did you have to have a Japanese app store access?
No. You can do things from your phone, but I would just take a USB stick and plug it in. Yeah, the printers at the Family Mart and 7-Eleven, it's like the only options available to you if you click the like English button are to print, to scan, and to do something else. But like if you can read Japanese and you know what those buttons mean, there is a world of opportunity available to you on the printer at Family Mart or at 7-Eleven, Lawson, or any other convenience. It is crazy. Yeah. You can buy concert tickets on the printer.
That's true. We even for our local festival, we had to go to the convenience store and like buy the tickets.
I'm thinking of the ATM. I'm thinking of the ATM just for that. You can buy concert tickets on the ATM. But they have an ATM there. But they have an ATM, which is cool.
Yeah. So
no, on the printer they did these promotions where like if you're a fan of like it was always like a boy band or like a V shoujo or like other VTuber type promotional things where they would like release stickers or release like bits of promotional artwork via the printers. And if you have the access code from like the fan club group, you can put in that code and then like 500 yen and like get your little like commemorative card or stickers, something that got printed out. I never tried it myself.
Was the ATM and printer like connected? Would you type in your stuff on the ATM and then the printer would print it out?
No, like you put money into the printer. Like, wait, what? What? Why are you confused? I'm confused. Why are you confused?
So I never used the printer at the 7-Eleven or anything, and
I'm out. That's crazy. I was always standing in line for the printer, dude.
But you put money into the printer directly. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The printer has a coin slot.
There. I see. That makes that the synapses have connected. Yeah. They're there. Okay.
You know, there are printers like that in America that take money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, lots of things you can do at the kombini for sure.
So many things.
I mean, so many things.
You could buy food.
It's almost like they'll warm it up for you. It's crazy.
They'll warm up.
You can get a bag when you leave. It's actually mind-blowing, right? They'll ask you, do you want a bag?
Do you want a bag? Oh my god. That's if you're living in Japan or if you're going to Japan, the level of if you're able to answer if you want a bag or not at the cash register is like the litmus test for like if you've made it far at all in understanding Japanese.
I wouldn't even say like far at all. I would just say that's like one of the first things you should learn because that's one of the first things you're like always going to hear.
It's the first speed bump.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That and the gas.
Maybe I think if you're able to go through a drive-through using just Japanese, that's another speed bump.
Those are intimidating.
Yeah. Cuz that's like you can't see face to face. And they don't really like at least for us they don't know like we're foreigners at that point.
Yeah.
So like
once we start talking they might figure it out, but
probably will.
Yeah.
If I want
I think one of the hardest things to get accustomed to, and like I would ask my teachers about this too, is like how to make calls in Japanese. Because like it's a very specific like flow back and forth, right? And I think at the start when I would like order a taxi to my just house, I think it was so obvious, right? Just because I would answer, be like, moshi moshi, and they're like, we don't care. They're like, just tell me where you are. Like literally, they wouldn't say that, but I would like be like, like taxi hoshin, like I really want a taxi or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, why else are you calling, idiot? It's like we know what you
Which
want.
Is very strangely not how other Japanese conversations work.
Which is true. That is a good point, because usually it's like very like, respectful back and forth.
Like
but
you go through the flow.
But the taxi was different. Like that, I think it's because the call center was like one person. Was what I think. Because I would always talk to the same person.
The same lady, yeah.
And like they would basically, they didn't care about each of the things. I would just say like ima, and then I would give my address, and then they were like, okay, and they would hang up. They wouldn't even like tell me how long the taxi was. Like that was really annoying. They wouldn't say like like any information. They would just say okay, and then they would just hang up.
One time I got really confident in calling the taxis because like I knew the flow, even though I wasn't
our address
fluent.
was long too. We had a long address.
Even though I wasn't completely fluent. So like one time I ordered a taxi for me and someone else, and it just never came. And then I'm pretty sure, like I gave the address. Yeah. She said something and I assumed that she meant it'll be there soon. What she had actually meant was there are no cars available.
Oh, yeah.
So I called again and I'm like, are you guys sending a taxi? And then the lady's like, this was like 30 minutes later.
Oh no.
She's like, have you been waiting all this time? Like somebody else was talking at this point for me.
Yeah.
She's like, have you been waiting all this time? I told you there were no taxis. And then we're like, and she's like, hold on, I'll send one to you.
Oh.
Which is another thing that's crazy. Here's what Japan got wrong.
Here's what Japan
I really don't like this. Maybe we talked about this before, but I really don't like this. If a service, let's say it's food, or let's say it's a taxi service. If a service is currently unavailable at that moment, they will not let you wait for it.
Yes.
Instead,
that's true.
They will tell you to go away.
That's true. Is it possible that that's just because we're foreigners, though? Or is that the norm?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
But I know from experience.
I can vouch
but they're telling me in Japanese.
Yeah. You show up at a restaurant, they're like, we're all full. It's like, go away. It's like, I can't just wait for the next table.
Okay, that's a good point. I think this. I actually don't know. Maybe. Damn, fell into that one.
We've stumped each other throughout this episode.
Stumbled onto one of those.
To your point, though, Matthew,
Yeah.
that did happen on many occasions to me as well. So I can validate your personal feelings at least. That
I'm pretty sure that happens. Like the taxis, the restaurant.
Usually, like in America, if there were no taxis, they'd be like, okay, one will be there in like 1 hour or something, right? But in Japan, they're just like, no, we don't have any taxis.
Yeah.
And then if you call back and
have any taxis.
If you call back in like 15, 20 minutes, they might have taxis. You know, it's like, so it's like, that is a good point though.
Maybe that was them, at least for the taxis, them trying to get me to go to someplace else because they were overbooked currently.
I always remember Paige had the secret number because I had we would each have like multiple taxi company numbers on our phones. And there was like one that would always heed the call at like 2 a.m. Like it was the only one. Every single other one would either just ring forever or they'd say, oh no, there's no taxis or whatever. But there was always one number.
I do like, going back on to here's what I like about Japan. I do like, even though we lived in a smaller town, like we say it's a small town, it was a town of 70,000 people, albeit spread out across a very large.
It did feel much smaller than that.
Very large area. Felt much smaller. I think the downtown area was probably 35,000. Even saying that seems pretty big.
That seems high, yeah.
But like, there was one street with things to do, kind of like that. This was not a town that could have supported like Uber, or Lyft, or rideshare services. I love the taxis. With all the headaches that they give me trying to order them, being told to like wait because I'm a foreigner, or them like getting angry that I tried to open the driver's side door like on his side, like, but I'm in the back and I try to open it. He's like, no, I open this. As much as I think that's weird and crazy, I love the reliability of there are just taxis. And I don't have to rely on Uber with their inflated prices and like extra fees and taxes.
I'd still prefer Uber though. Like not having to make the call.
You're insane.
Exactly when the car gets there.
Okay, that's
there's always cars available. And honestly, the taxis were so expensive. The taxis were so pricey.
I think were probably correctly priced for how much we were willing to pay.
Yeah, I guess
compared to an Uber
in bigger cities, the taxis were more expensive too.
Yeah,
whereas like
because there was public transportation.
Yeah, here it would be like a 15-minute drive for like $20 or something like that.
Yeah,
I feel like it was about like $1 a minute, something like that. From
where we were, the taxis like it was cheaper than that. I think it was like 700 yen flat, and then
that's like the starting fee.
As the starting fee, it was 700 yen flat, and then like every mile or so, it'd go up like 100 yen.
Yeah, mile or minute or something like that. Yeah, or both.
It wasn't timed.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. Okay. It's by the mile. And then
I think the taxis. Anyway. I think the taxis are fine. Like it is what it is.
I really liked it.
Once again, and I don't know how this has happened twice, but Korea does taxis better.
Okay, Korea does do taxis better. I will give you that one.
Their taxis are so cheap. They are everywhere. They use their own app. They use their own app as well. And
and they have app integration.
And you can't even get a taxi without the app, because we would be waving down a taxi that was just stopped there, and he would ignore us, and then we'd put it in the app, and that same car would get the request from the app and just come and pick us up like beside us. That was so funny. I remember us like trying to get the taxi that was stopped, and once we put it in the app, he then finally like opened the door.
I know I've told my Korean taxi story, but it's just one of the funniest you had to be there moments of all time. I'm laughing so hard, and the guy's just telling us to shut up. And then
that's crazy.
Oh my god.
My first taxi ride in Korea, the guy's maps was in Japanese.
Oh yeah.
He was
I was in your car.
You were.
I was sitting right next to you. His maps was in Japanese, and I think did you say, "Oh, do you speak Japanese?"
I think no, I didn't say anything until we got out of the car, and then I was like, "Arigatou gozaimashita," and then I ran away.
Like, oh.
And then I just like ran.
We had to talk to him about that.
Yeah, we didn't. The last taxi story I have, but this one is kind of funny. When we were in Hokkaido, and I remember leaving the like club we were at or whatever. I think it was just Sam and I. We were leaving, and we were trying to get a taxi to get back to the like hotel, and we were like flagging out every taxi we saw, and like we didn't have any numbers because we were in Hokkaido, so we didn't have like a taxi number. And I remember one taxi, it had passengers already in the back seat, and we were like waving, and I even walked over and like knocked on the window, and I've never seen a man like more scared in my entire life, because I was gonna try to ask him, hey, can you help us get like a taxi, or like order a taxi, or like, because they're all with like companies and stuff. I thought that might work. We had already waited like 20 minutes or something.
Chumon a taxi.
And so he just drove off and was so scared, and then we eventually like walked like a mile down the street to like find a closer point, or just like a less populated point. But that is what it is. So, all right, wait, what is there anything else Japan does right? I mean, there's lots.
I think we can think of a few things Japan does right. I don't know why this came to mind, but couples. I think. Okay, I'm trying not to sound crazy here. Whenever I see a couple, like a Japanese couple on a date, they're like wearing the same exact thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, yeah.
When two Japanese people go on dates, and this cannot be,
That's not
everyone.
just Japan though, because that's like I think that's more of like an Asian like thing as well. Though.
Could be.
Yeah. Like matching clothes is definitely a thing in Asian countries for like people going on dates.
Yeah, it's the matching clothes that I was talking about. I mean, like, it's so funny. I love it. It's so cute. It's like, clothes, it's adorable. Like you see them walking down the street, you're like, I know they're together.
I was worried where you were going when you said couples because there's not a lot of them, Matthew, in Japan. I
was about to bring that up. I'm like, I'm not talking about the birth rate thing. Also across Asia, down. Maybe it is. Maybe everyone's too afraid to wear the same clothes around each like other people, so they're not coupling up. Maybe that's the reason why the birth rate is declining. No, but like I follow, like I have a few Japanese friends that I follow and like on Instagram, and like they're posting pictures from their dates and stuff, and it's like maybe it's performative, like for Instagram, like I went on a date and then we're gonna not only wear matching clothes, but two, like my friend Satoru and his girlfriend dug a hole in the sand in the shape of a heart, put the phone inside. And they're at the beach. Put the phone inside the hole in the sand and then like leaned in. So it looked like the heart, like they were inside the heart, the two of them. And of course they blurred both the faces, which like, I don't know why you blur, like that's your own dang account. That's private, by the way. And you blur your own face, which is funny, but your girlfriend's as well.
They all would have like the same filter with like the little dots or lines. You like can't see... No, it's not the purikura. It's one that specifically like contorts just like the edges of your face type thing. So you literally like can't tell what their actual face shape looks like. It's like there's a bunch of like white lines kind of thing, like across it.
It's still purikura, I think.
There's definitely some.
It's adjacent.
Backhanded editing going on.
Yes.
But I have a good one, Matthew.
Okay.
I think the amount when you're traveling of like either business hotels or capsule hotels is very cool, because you can stay anywhere for like I think there's like two entirely like different ranges of what you want to do in Japan, because you can stay somewhere and like basically spend like 2 months in Japan for like extremely cheap if you wanted to, or you could just spend your entire 20 years of savings in like 1 week. So
you can ball out.
You can just ball out. Yeah, get some Don Pellegrino or whatever that was. Perignon, yeah.
San Pellegrino. Hey, I love San Pellegrino. You get that lemon-flavored San Pellegrino is delicious. Very fruity.
But
no, I know what you mean.
Because a business hotel is literally, there's just like the bed in the room. Like you can't even undo your suitcase. It's so small. But the capsule hotels too, where you just crawl into a hole in the wall, like... And that's cheap.
It is a travel-friendly country. I'm wondering...
Yeah, transportation.
If it's one, because of like... Well, traveler-friendly, I should say. The size of the country, with it being like the accumulative land mass of the state of California.
Yeah.
Kind of the size of California too, but mostly the size of like the U.S. Western Seaboard. There's a lot of people, a lot of towns in a lot of different places, and like transportation's really convenient. And I think that adds to like it being very traveler friendly, and not even like tourists, but Japanese people who are traveling for work. Like it's so easy for them to travel, so they just do it, and they work that into their ability to operate business. Like I know this is kind of getting into more of a tangent, but like I met this guy in Kyoto, a restaurant owner, a sushi chef in Kyoto, who takes the train every morning from Tokyo to Kyoto and opens up shop. He goes early, or maybe he goes late at night back to Tokyo, gets up early, goes to the fish market, the famous one, I forget what it's called, brings his fish on the Shinkansen over to Kyoto, and opens up for like crazy lunch, and then goes back.
Yeah.
And that's a prime example of like what I'm trying to get at, is like it's so convenient to just be in another place. So the ability to like stay in another place, I think is, very, it works out.
That's fair. I did watch a documentary of some ramen stand guy where he had his own like basically cart. I would call it a cart that he had, and he was it was a one-man show, and he would basically wake up insanely early, buy all the ingredients every day, put the cart together.
Like assemble the cart,
start prepping, literally assemble the cart, start like prepping the broth every day and like all like the chashu and everything, and then he would be ready to serve by like evening, and he was just doing this like every day. I'm like, this is insane.
It's a lot of work,
but yeah, like it was kind of crazy like how much work actually went into it. I mean, oh man, ramen, I miss ramen.
Is it the desire for perfection?
I don't know.
A lot of the things we're talking about in this, what does Japan get right? It all goes down to like effort, and
there's a lot more attention to detail.
Attention to detail, like the coffee,
craftsmanship,
the jeans,
yeah,
my knife guy. They're just so good at what they do if they put the time into it. Yeah. Is that true for everywhere?
I don't know. I was thinking the other day, I was like, it's kind of depressing how cool some of the like architecture used to be that was like that was crafted, like every house, just like, but like even more like, special buildings and stuff. And I feel like we're losing it, Dude, I don't know.
We're in the doomer part of the episode where we've come to realize that we think Japan is so cool just because there's some kind of collective value within their society that things must be the best they can be for everybody, and like attention to detail and hard work. And have we lost that as a society? I don't want to say we live in a society, right? But I think we live in a society.
I mean, soon if it's not on ChatGPT, we won't know how to do it. So,
dude, if my AI isn't on the blockchain, I'm out. If my monkey picture doesn't get 20,000 qubits, my crypto wallet.
If everyone watching doesn't subscribe and like and share, then it's over.
Hey, we're almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube.
All we need is those people in Discord, those people on Spotify. Come on over.
I think our Discord people, I think a lot of them are subscribed. I actually don't know. Okay. I think our Discord people are swag and cool.
Join our Discord,
We're saying this like it's the end of the episode. Is it the end of the episode? I mean, we're almost at an hour.
Is it the end of the episode? The end of an era, Matthew. The end of craftsmanship as we know it.
No, it's not. Ike, you can always devote yourself to a different task. I spent, I think, more than 100 hours on that YouTube video. I spent so many hours learning how to animate in Blender that I never saw to fruition. But now I know how to do it.
And now you're learning HTML.
And now I just started HTML. I'm going to put a website of all my pictures together. I'm gonna go to law school soon, so there's
never
that.
Too late.
We need to bring back hard work to this country, Ike. How are you gonna bring back hard work? What are you gonna do?
So, I don't know, Matthew. I don't know. Just keep living life,
Live life, I guess. You need to start woodworking.
I think learning skills is key. Learning new things
is always key.
Woodworking school. I need to get a 3D printer. That's what.
Oh, that's what you
take
can do.
Take a note out of Carl the Pumpkin Man.
Yeah. Carl the Pumpkin Playbook. Carl's Pumpkin Playbook, and it's a bunch of orange, like 3D printing wire, like it's spools and spools of it. He's so good at that. We need to have Darian on. Darian's got a 3D printer, and he lives in Japan. I think this sounds like we're wrapping up. What are we talking about, man? What have we been talking about for the past 5 minutes? We need to get back to work hard. Our society's crumbling, but I don't care. I have
bunch of doomer speak.
No, don't be doomer. We gotta be. If we want our country to be like Japan, just gotta put in the effort. I think that's key, and that starts with talking to people in your community, being a neighbor. Okay, we're just rambling.
Many situations are similar.
Many situations are similar. Any final words, Master Ike?
I'm happy we had the opportunity to go to Japan and learn all the cool things that make it unique. And if anyone else is going to be there soon, I know the new round of jets is going to arrive. So
we didn't even talk about it. We didn't even talk about July 27th and or August 3rd, which I'm sure is a date that is well in the minds of some of you as your departure dates.
Yes.
For the jet program.
Yeah. Very exciting stuff.
Maybe we'll do a Q&A. I don't know. We got to figure that out.
Should do a Q&A.
If we're going to do it or not.
Sure.
Otherwise, thank you very much for watching or listening, and I wish you all the best.
See ya.